Hello, and welcome to another episode of Will's Got Worms. So yeah, in the previous in the previous video, um, I started off these little cocoon nursery bins. So I was using these tiny little sort of plastic pots and putting 20 cocoons per bin. And I started having a think about it, and I thought, well, this is going to get crazy in terms of trying to organize it and maintain all of these. So, and another thing was I did like the first five, but bin number five, I'll show you a picture of my kind of sort of worm farm setup. Bins 1, 2, 3, and 4 was really easy to harvest 20 cocoons from each bin. But bin number 5, that took quite a while because it's not nearly as established as 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I thought, okay, I'm not going to harvest 20 cocoons from 6, 7, and 8 because they're even less established. So my idea now is to do just 100 cocoons a week. So I've harvested from bins 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 last week. This week I'll harvest from 6, 7, 8, 1, and 2. Then the following week I'll harvest from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that means that there's like 2 or 3 bins each week that are getting like a week off to kind of produce some more cocoons. And yeah, so like I said, I was putting 20 cocoons into each one of these, but that's just going to be crazy to manage all of that. Like even producing 5 of these a week, yeah, it's just unrealistic in terms of trying to maintain them and take care of these bins. So what I'm going to do instead is use one of these containers. It's a smaller container than my main bins. I think this is about 10-litre capacity. And what I'll do is just put 100 cocoons into this bin. And that will allow the worms also to grow to full size, because in these they won't grow to full size. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do today, is basically transfer last week's cocoons into this bin. And also, it's hard to show without tipping everything upside down, but there are worms already hatched in here. I'll show you a picture that I managed to sort of get, but it's not very clear. So the worms are hatching from the cocoons, which is good. So yeah, because the plan was to do 8 of these a week, because I've got 8 bins. I have these 3 containers of bedding already prepared, which I haven't used. So basically, first of all, I'm going to just tip all of this into here, just to give them something to land on. And so this is coca core and some castings in there. Just spread out. Oops. Just drop something. Okay, 1 second while I go and grab that. So that's some bedding in there already. And then what I'm going to do is also add a little bit of this worm chow. So this worm chow is just basically very finely ground down. What is it? I've got oats in there, bird seed, some flour. So I don't know how much to put in there for now. But all I'm going to do is put in 1 tablespoon. Yep, and then just mix it up a bit. There you go. So that's some food in there that will start. That'd be good for the baby worms. And then I'm also going to add some grit. And I'll be honest, like, I don't really use grit in any of my bins. Yeah. But Tolga has just made a video actually about grit. Basically all I'm putting in is 1 teaspoon of grit. Tolga's just made a video, quite an interesting one, about grit actually. Like, you don't need grit, but it's just an added benefit. But I'll link up that video below. So there you go. So that's quite a nice, like, little bit of bedding in there for them. And then what I'm going to do now is just tip in last week's cocoon harvest into this bin hole. So cocoons and all. Maybe we might be able to seal worm once we tip it upside down. So here we go. Make sure I've got everything, but there you go. Can you see him? There he is. At least I think it's well. I don't know. We'll let him be. But yeah, there you go. I'm going to do that with the rest of them. So I will go through afterwards, just double check there isn't any remaining cocoons in the leftovers there. But yeah, all I'm going to do is just give this another nice little mix. And there you have it. So that's going to be my new kind of way of doing the cocoon nurseries, is just setting up these little 10-litre containers, some coca coir, some castings, bit of worm chow, bit of grit, and then 100 cocoons. Tolga actually had a quite a good suggestion. So when I'm making the coca coir, to, instead of just using sort of water, is to use like worm tea to kind of loosen up the coca coir. And then also, I can't remember exactly what it was. Something about adding, I'll have to double check, but some sort of feed, like kind of just into the coca coir, so that it's nice and ready for the worms, because the microbes and all that will start breaking it down. But yeah, I'm gonna start making bin number 2 now, and harvest, like I said, from bins 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2, and then we'll go from there. So yeah, cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. And so, just a little extra bit of the video. Like I said, I was going to double check that nothing's left over in these tiny little containers, and you probably won't be able to see. There was a absolutely tiny little baby worm there, so I have to try and figure out how to get him out without hurting him.